Hello there, scholars. It's time for grammar workout number 2. So let's get to work on that. Last time we left off with talking about the Oxford comma, and now we're going to focus on the semicolon, the comma, and spelling. The semicolon is used just like the period. It's used to separate two complete thoughts, two independent clauses. So let's give it a practice here. Pet iguanas like to sit in high places. However, it is still a surprise when one jumps onto your head. Go ahead and pause the video here and let's see how you can do. Okay, scholars, welcome back. Here is what you guys should have found. So the semicolon goes after places because that's our first independent thought. Pet iguanas like to sit in high places. It is then followed by a second independent thought. However, it is still a surprise when one jumps onto your head. So your semicolon goes after places. Next, we have however. Whenever we have those transitional words or phrases, however, moreover, furthermore, we always want to put a comma after those. Surprise was our spelling error, which I'm sure was no surprise. So let's move on to the next one. This next one's going to have a run-on sentence, and that's a sentence that does not have proper punctuation. And then we're going to have a usage error. Remember, usage errors come down to, okay, which one do I want to use? Do I want to use where or where? There, or there. And then, of course, a spelling error and capitalization error. Here is your sentence. Allowing species to become extinct is a big risk. It's impossible for us to know which missing species will upset the whole balance of the earth. Good luck, scholars, and pause the video now. Okay, scholars, welcome back. Here we go. Let's review this one. Our semicolon needs to go after risk. Now, you could have also just done a period and then capitalized its. That would have been fine too. But a semicolon works. Remember, keep in mind too, with a semicolon, you don't have to capitalize after the semicolon. Our usage error is its versus its. This is always a tricky one because normally when we show possession with something, we use the apostrophe, but in this case, we're using it as a contraction for it is. Impossible was our spelling error. It needs to have two S's. And speaking of spelling errors, balance was also a bit off balance and needed to be fixed. And then finally, capitalization. Whenever it comes to our planets, we want to be sure that we are capitalizing those. And so here we have Earth. The one time we would not capitalize Earth is if we were referring to it as dirt. Then we would not. All right, final sentence. This one is going to have an italics error or an underlining issue. And we italicize things when they are titles of something. And then we have a comma error as it pertains to a positive, aka the fat. We've been talking about that. Another usage error and spelling. Here is your sentence. The Taenarus macro butterfly, which feeds on ripe bananas, has eye spots on its wings that flash like the eyes of a predator. Good luck, scholars. Go ahead and pause the video here. All right, scholars, welcome back. The title that should be underlined or italicized is the Taenarus macro. Butterfly needs to have a comma because that is the beginning of our appositive. Remember, I could pull out which feeds on ripe bananas and my sentence will still work. And then, of course, I have to have a comma after my appositive as well, so I want to have one after bananas. It's, I do not want it to be it apostrophe s because then it would be it is. So I want to have its, and this is the possessive form of its. And then finally, predator was spelled wrong. It should be or in lieu of er. So there you go, scholars. That's grammar workout number 2. Well done, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care.